It was quite an embarrassing experience. I earned the name that one that wets the bed among my fellow students. Bedwetting comes as a dream for those who do not know. Welcome, family, to my channel, a home of authentic conversations, feelings, and experiences. And today I'm giving you my bedwetting experience. I wetted the bed until just the other day, just yesterday. So I'm the second born in a family of 6 siblings, and of the six, I don't remember any one of them wetting the bed to the point I did. But I'm sure of what they're going to tell you if you ask them about me, because some of them had to suffer the consequences of my condition, because we used to say to share a bed. Now, it's not like I would do it deliberately. It would come as a dream. I would dream that I'm pressed, and so I move out of our house to the spot where I used to relieve myself. But then, just as I'm in the middle of the process, that's when it would hit my consciousness that, hey, you are not outside, but you are in bed. So at that point, yes, I wake up, but the mess is already done. My mother tried everything to help me out of this situation, including threats. So she would threaten me, she would scare me by telling me that if I don't cease peeing, then the only remedy for those who wet the bed is um, finding a snake and tying it around my waist. So she would be like, I'll go to the forest and find a snake and I'll have it around your waist if you don't stop peeing. So yeah, it used to scare me, and I would promise myself no, because I thought she was serious. I'm not going to pee in bed from today henceforth, because who wants a snake around their waist? So other than the threats and the scares, she also tried. So this is what she would do. She would wake me up, even before waking me up, should ensure that I've not taken fluids past 6. Should also ensure that I have peed before retiring, and then now waking me up at least 2 times in the night. But guess what? Every time I would go back to sleep, I was sure to wake up having wetted the bed. So she gave up. And I think she was like, let fate take its own course. So really, it didn't really bother me at that point. And then I was in primary school as he was trying to help me out. So nobody knew I wetted bed in school. So I would just wake up, wash myself, take my things outside to dry, or my mother would help me take them out or wash them if I had forgotten. And back in school, since nobody knew, I would interact, socialize normally with other kids. But then reality hit me when I joined secondary school. And more so, it was a girls' boarding secondary school. And you know how girls love themselves. They are very neat, very clean, and orderly. So the first day of my being in school, I met with one Memo Kilel as my bedmate, and she was in Form 4. And what happens, the Form 1s are always made to occupy the top beds. The beds are always deckers or double deckers, and so Form 1s occupy the top beds as the seniors make themselves comfortable on the lower beds. I think they didn't want to strain climbing up. So yeah, I meet Memo Claire as my bedmate, and she doesn't know that I wet the bed. So my first day or first night in boarding school, I wet the bed, even after going to bed or promising myself that, Nancy, hey, you are now in a boarding school somewhere nobody knows you and your condition, and so you don't want to embarrass yourself. But then still, it happened. As I've told you, it used to come as a dream. So I wake up having wetted my bed, and because I didn't want to be stigmatized, to be judged, embarrassed, I don't let the world know. So remember home, I used to take my things outside. So here, I wake up, spread my bed as every other girl is doing, go to the bathroom, leave for classes. So really, nobody knew that I had wetted the bed. Day 2, it happens the same. Day 3, this is when heavens broke loose. So it did hit me that my mattress could no longer absorb or hold my pee. And this time round, it had dripped onto Memo's bed. So I remember I was coming from the bathroom, and when I looked at the entrance to my cube, it was crowded by other students who had come from their cubes. And in the cube, Memo was raging. So I automatically could tell what was happening. So I get there and I find the house on fire. Memo is almost bringing down the dormitory. Why? Of course, the mess is now on his bed. So when I got there, my fellow students looked at me. They gave me that look of, who does that? Who wets the bed at this stage or at this point? I understood them, because really, who wets a bed at the age of 15? So they pitied her. Some of them associated with me. Nobody wanted to come closer to me and all that. But I thank God that Memo never went physical. So after spitting fire, she took her things and washed them. And for me, since the entire world was now aware that I wet the bed, I was now forced to also take my mattress outside and wash my things as well. So I remember this really worked against my self-esteem. That was the first time in my life losing myself, that I could not even answer the simple questions in class because I felt like the whole world was judging me. And of course it was, because from there I earned the name that from one that wets the bed. That was how I was known. So really, my self-esteem came to, if not negative, then to 0. But something miraculous happened after that experience, that the very night or the next day, I woke up in a dry mattress. And I was like, okay, wow, what has happened? I've never seen this in my entire life, despite the efforts. Day 2, day 3, it now became clear that seemingly I had stopped wetting the bed. And I could not really tell the relationship between Memo making the world know that I wetted the bed and me stopping wetting the bed at that point. No wonder I call it a miracle. So yeah, guys rather, that is me with my bedwetting experience. So if you are there and you have a child or a relative that is wetting the bed, please just be slow on them. It will stop. I believe it will stop on its own. I don't know whether there is a medical remedy for that, but for me, it just stopped. Now, you don't want to miss my next episode, and so just click that notification bell to be notified when I'm posting my next escapade. Bye, guys.